Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Akhil Swami J, and in today's video I'm going to be discussing about the IELTS reading test, what I had faced in my reading test in my actual IELTS exam, what I had given in that, and what are the mistakes I had made, and what you should not be making, and how you can get a better band score. So firstly guys, I had got a 6.5 in my reading examination, which is just kind of okay score, not too great, not too worst, I would say, which is just kind of fulfilling your criteria of getting into any type of foreign universities or any of such of those kind. So what is the reading exam in the IELTS? It's actually a complete a 1 hour examination, which is uh, separately spread into three parts: part 1, part 2, and part 3, or sections. Then in part 1 it will be easy, part 2 is a bit medium, and then part 3 is hard. So part 1, it would be more of true or false question, true or false, not given, yes, no, not given, or you want to match the following, all those kind of stuff. And in part 2 it is more or less like where is the word in the paragraph. If there will be 7 to 8 paragraphs, there will be a sentence or a word in that kind of in the paragraph, and you have to select in what paragraph is that word or the sentence is. And in part 3 it's like fill in the blanks and choose the following, where almost all the options in the choose the following will look similar. So you need to be practicing a lot in the part 3. And in part 3 it's the most difficult one, because it will just you never know when the time is going to get over, because it's just 1 hour. If you spend 20 minutes in each section, you won't be having enough time to complete the part 3, which is the most difficult one. So yes guys, in part 1, as I said, it's just very easy, because one thing guys, in reading you don't have to read the entire paragraph, because we will not be having time to read the entire paragraph at all. So immediately you have to just skimming is nothing but, if you first have to look into the questions first look into the questions, and then there will be one keyword in the question itself that will give you your answer. So what you can do is first read out all the questions in just 1 or 2 minutes, and then look for that keyword in the answers, and boom, you got your answers for your questions. So part 1 is very easy, where there will be just true, false, not given. What I mean by true, false, not given is that if the question says gives a statement, the Jack's dog name is let's say Bill, you have to go back to the paragraph and then just see if the dog's name is some other Bruno or something like that. So the name of the dog of Jack's is Bill, something like that. So if the question and the answer is similar, and you got the answer, if it is Bill and over here it's Bill, the statement is true. If it is something other name, Mars or something like that, it is false. If the statement itself is not given, what I mean is that there is no name for the dog or something like that, it's not given. Similarly, it is for true, false, not given, and then another one is yes, no, not given. So these are two things where you'll have to, and mostly the pattern would be like the first two of 1, 2, 3, 4 questions like that. The answers would also be in paragraph 1 for the question number 1, paragraph 2 for question number 2, paragraph 3 for question number 3. So that's how it is. It's in a very rare case scenario, it will be for the first question, the paragraph would be in the answer would be in paragraph 2 or 3. Mostly it will be in 1. So you'll have to read the paragraph 1 thoroughly. So that is with the part 1. Part 2 is match the following, something like that. Match the following in the sense there will be different types of paragraphs and different answers, where the answers would be jumbled in the right hand side, where you'll have to be matching. And my friends, I want to say that I had taken the computer based examination for giving my IELTS. So in the paper based it's actually way more difficult, because you will have computer based is best, because in the same screen itself you'll be having your answers and the question, whereas in paper based if you go, you'll have to turn the pages one by one, so that you will be wasting a lot of time and turning and jotting down all your answers and making notes. So always opt for the computer based examination. That's my suggestion to you guys. So yes, that's part 2 with match the following. It's actually difficult. Match the following is pretty difficult, so you'll have to be spending a bit of time in that. And the part 3, where it is the most difficult one, and there will be extreme big paragraphs, like 10 to 12 paragraphs, and in that there will be true or false not given, fill in the blanks, choose the following, and match the following. And MCQs, what I say, multiple choice questions. In that there will be one question, and then there will be drop down list. Many people, or many of my friends in my exam did this mistake. They did not even go to the bottom line of the question, and they just saw this 5 or 6 questions. They did not even scroll it down, or what do you call it, they did not touch the drop down list. So that, because they had their assumption was that it's only 5 questions is there, but if you do the drop down list only, you'll be finding out all the correct options for each and every questions. So you better check all the questions. And my personal suggestion is that first and foremost do the part 3, because that is the only part that takes a lot of time. Around it took me half an hour to complete the part 3, and it is very tricky as well. You won't be getting time to you won't get any extra time, because the exam starts and the exam stops immediately after the time is over. So you won't be able to do any there's no negative marking, but there is you won't be getting marks if you answer the question wrongly. So please focus on part 3, and do a lot of practice on reading, as that is one of the most difficult one. Reading and writing were my difficult one. I don't know about you guys, but reading and writing, not many people are able to score high. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. So please follow all these instructions what I had mentioned to you earlier, and you can also refer to a lot of Cambridge videos and other YouTube channels, because Cambridge English is the most preferred in IELTS examination, and that will help you out in developing your ability to read faster and jot down things quickly in your reading examination and get that high band score. So I hope you enjoyed the video. This was just a short video on the reading exam and what I had faced in my IELTS examination. And yes guys, please do opt for the computer based examination. Don't go for the paper based examination, as it will just eat up your time. So thank you for watching the video guys, and stay tuned for my next video in writing. Thank you. Please consider subscribing.